Yo. Yo, yo, yo. Check. Check. Alrighty. Let me see what that sounds like. Let me blow that up. Check, check. Let's see what that sounds like. Check, check. Oh, let me turn that shit down. All right. All righty. Hopefully that's a little bit better. All right, all right, all right. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? How is your week going? This is just weird. Got this headset on my head. Hopefully it's coming through. So there we go. Hopefully it sounds good. I got a new headset. I was just trying it out. Got it Sunday afternoon. Dropped a nice little 50 spot on it. Shout out to DJ Trump, the world's most greatest president, for giving me my tax refund back. So yeah. So yeah, what is going on out there? It is the Porchlyte podcast. So everybody's having a good day, good evening. What up, Vieira Trons? That should be here in 5 good minutes. That's fine. I started early. I didn't know if you were going to jump on. I didn't know if King Thrash and them were going tonight. So what's up, El Matador? Hadn't heard from everybody since, I don't know, I haven't done a podcast in a few days. What's happening? Hit that like button as you come in here. The porch light is on. The porch light is on. Don't be afraid. Hit that like button and say what's up in the chat. What's up, Danny Ruiz? What's up, Support Gaming? How you all doing? How does my voice sound through this headset? I can't hear nothing else. It's weird. So hopefully the headset sounds good. Twan Horton, how you doing? Shout out to everybody. We hit 950 subs, and so shout out to all you all for sharing the videos and subbing and telling your friends and your mama and your baby's mama and your baby's mama's mama. So about the podcast, what's happening? Damn, somebody called the Destroyer. What's happening? So the Destroyer. So so what's up, the Almighty Spartan God? What's happening? So Xbox will have more consoles and exclusives. I mean, actually, like I think they don't have exclusives anymore because everything's on PC. But with that said, after Game Pass goes to PC, then yeah, I would play the games on PC. This is just from somebody who's played Xbox games on console and PC. It's just much nicer on PC. I'm really done. It's really hard to explain unless you actually play it. So what's up, Carlos? Yeah, Anthem is flopping. It's got to find its home. So I know I'm not getting it. I can only speak for myself. So I will probably get the Division Part 2. So So, any exciting news on next gen consoles, such as so, such as hello, is somebody else there?
Hey,
Well, hello, young lady. You check
hey.
how
I
you
was on the I
doing?
was on the round for a bit. I don't know I was going to be over here, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, we won't be long. Is that a new
Oh,
avatar?
yeah, it's cute.
That's,
I like it.
mhm. Did you draw that?
I no, sadly.
What is it? It looks like it's got a fish in its mouth.
Oh, jeez, this is.
Oh, it's
I had
a,
the I had the I had the I made an icon, so it was like an icon maker. So I was like, okay, I'll just put this, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. So I put it together.
well, all right. Well, thank you for joining me this evening. It's short, like I said. We'll get it in here, and then get on up out of here. What have you been doing, Miss Fiera Tron? How's the world of anime treating you?
Oh shit, it's been crazy. The whole anime craze lately has just been like it's hard to pick out what is considered a really cool anime because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes just the same old. It's like it feels like there's a cut and paste in the anime industry, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking at a lot of like I've been going through looking like movie wise. There's
Mm-hmm.
some good movies out there, so I'm about to check them out as we speak.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great news then. How come this is
Oh
not
yeah.
working right? Now, what anime movies are you talking about?
What's another one I've been looking at? Some of I can't really think of names, but I've been looking at like trailers. So
Mm-hmm.
let me go see. I can't remember the names are, so forgive me, you guys. I'm not dumb, just don't know the names.
Well, that's okay.
um, some of them are going to straight to like Crunchyroll or Funimation or Anime Channel or something. Some of them do
Yeah.
that,
Mm-hmm.
but hold on, let me. And it was a one. It was about a kid and his mom, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
they're going through this wacky adventure. And it's I can't remember what it's called, but I really want to see it.
Well, that does sound interesting. Now,
Yeah,
is that is there like a big anime, kind of like a Comic Con type thing that happens in the U.S. or or is it just primarily outside of the U.S.?
it's very much outside the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not an American anime or nothing. It's just
Right.
I don't know if it came out 2018 or
Mm-hmm.
2019. It looks really cool. I've been seeing it all over, but I can never remember what it's called.
Well, by golly.
It looks interesting. I just want to go see it. I'm always like curious um for new animation, but like I said, I wish we could just see more anime coming out that's actually really worth it. Because
Mm-hmm.
I am getting tired looking at the same cliche the same cliche of
Mm-hmm.
it's just like it seems like just like the gaming industry. I don't know if we're going to talk about gaming industry, but it feels like everyone is seems to feel like I'm not saying that the animators are lazy, but
Mm-hmm.
they seem to not spark imagination like they used to.
Is
That's
it
why
the
it's hard.
characters or just the wait? I'm sorry. Is it the
It's just
characters or just
everything. I feel
so it's
like it's
everything? Okay.
everything. Like
Okay.
lately a lot of anime's been like slice of life, but
Mm-hmm.
it always evolve around a guy and he find this girl. Not saying she's magical, but it's always the girl is more awkward and she's quiet awkward, but
Mm-hmm.
she's kind of kinky. And I've been seeing that a lot of anime lately. Like, what the fuck is going on with that? I know I know people say, "Oh, I like the silent type," but goddamn, don't make it obvious.
So she's always quiet and kinky.
Yeah, and some specs. I wouldn't say kinky, but she's always bringing some type of message, like a
Okay.
subliminal message. Like she does things. I don't think she intentionally does it or
Uh-huh.
unintentionally. It's sort of like that kind of characters. They seem to be really popular in the slice of life animes.
I like that. Well, you don't talk, but for some reason you can't keep your hands off of me, woman. All right. Well, what else has been going on? What have you been playing? If you've had time, what have you been playing or watching?
I've been like, because of watching, I'll say watch. I've been watching more like other stuff than playing
Mm-hmm.
games because sometimes you gotta stay away from the games.
Yeah, true.
And, because last time I actually got slightly carpal tunnel playing video games. So,
Really?
it wasn't like carpal tunnel in your wrist, but it's sort of like in your fingers. It felt like it. So,
Mm-hmm.
I already have carpal tunnel, so I don't want it in my fingers. So,
Oh, goodness.
yeah, so I've been playing games. It's just, I kind of like, I just kind of like play on to the point where I said, enough is enough. But anime wise, I went back and watched Outlaw Star.
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
why, but that anime was one of the best. Um on Cartoon Network. I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of good
Yeah.
ones like Ghost in the Shell and all those other ones,
Yeah.
but Outlaw Star was one of those gym shows, like a
Mm-hmm.
gym. And I went back to watch the uncut version
Right.
because I've been watching the censored version for so long, but when you go watch the uncut version, it feels different.
Yeah, it always does. It seems more pure. At least the uncut anime I've been able to watch.
I
So
wouldn't say pure. There's a lot of stuff like certain stuff they were saying. They're like, what the hell?
well,
And
it would have made more sense to me. It's kind of like the final cut of Batman v Superman, the extended cut. It was more pure. I mean, the movie was still garbage, but it at least made a little more sense. It didn't. It was like Tuesday trash versus Saturday's trash. Saturday's trash is always bad, you know.
someone
but
asked me, "Hey, Craig, have
mhm.
Gibbs would do she watch hentai?"
What now?
Oh my god, why would you ask me that? I
What's
watch
that?
hentai. Do I watch hentai?
Hentai. Oh, now that's
Uh,
that's that's like anime, but it's like crazy.
really pornographic.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
porn. Yeah.
pornographic
Okay.
anime.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hentai. Yeah. I know somebody who was trying to draw anime. Not yeah, it's anime. Yeah, he was trying to draw that. He switched it a little bit up. So I don't know if he got anything out there though, but he was doing pretty well. Well, now what do you think about this Days Gone? Is this a game that you plan on possibly trying to get and trying out?
You know what? You know what? I'm kind of a little bit torn between maybe
Mm-hmm.
because, as far as I know, I'm starting to hear people say, and I have to agree with some, it does really get that Red Dead Redemption feel to it. And you get to
Mm-hmm.
vault around the horse and Red Dead Redemption 2,
Yeah.
just will evolve around with a motorcycle in Days Gone.
Yeah. And zombies.
So pretty much customize it's pretty much Sims with your motorcycle. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm interested in getting it, but yeah, I don't know if I've pre-ordered it. I went up
I
there and
know.
paid it off.
I
You know,
see. Yeah, I see people are upset because the game is not long enough, and I'm sitting here
30
like
hours.
30 hours is long.
Yeah. And that's if you play straight through though and you don't die. I mean, you're going to be playing this game for I'd say weeks on end. At least I would.
Yeah,
Eh,
I'm sure it might take me years to finish that game, so that's how I work. I still got video games in there from 2014. I still have not finished.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's
but
still a few. See, 2014, I did pretty well. I am going to finally get the werewolf game or the Order 1886. I'm going to finally beat that game. So I know it's real short, but everybody keeps Ryan, the professional, swears by it. Shout out to Ryan for that. But yeah, Days Gone.
oh yeah, I played it. No, I played it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I played that game. I
Yeah.
mean, I just got stuck on that part where I kept getting bitch slapped by a goddamn werewolf and really tearing out my jugular
Yeah.
every time. It was just like there's certain control schemes on there I will say are a little funky, but
Mm-hmm.
you'll get used to it a little bit. But there was just so much It was so much, but the rest of it, the graphic is phenomenal. Like it's
Yeah.
so gorgeous. It has that gothic, but not really gothic. It has that dark gothic semi early like 18 late 1800s. So yeah, it
Yeah.
does have that environment. It's perfect for the setting. But there was so much stuff cut out in that game. When I found out what a couple of years ago, I found they cut so much out. I was a little disappointed. But I went back and started. But I went and I bought it anyways, and just to play it for myself. And I was
Hmm.
disappointed how it could just been a really amazing game, and they
Hmm.
didn't fuck around with cutting it short because I found out, hell, you were telling me there were supposed to be. I can't really. I don't know if you know my spoilers, but
Hmm. No,
there
go
was.
ahead.
Oh yeah, there was supposed to be like stories with vampires in there,
Oh,
and it was like, so who's the vampires?
yeah.
And everyone just told me that they just burned coffins, but there was no part of the story why they were burning coffins.
Hmm. Well, yeah, that does sound a little bit rich.
I
So,
was like, damn it, I want to see vampires in this game. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to start, seeing vampires in their vision of it. Because if
yeah.
you really think that's what I love. I love werewolves and vampire stories when it's done right. Hard like games, even movies, TV shows, do or even books that actually get that feel like, damn, this is a cool ass vampire. The only game that actually had a story that
Hmm.
Miss Amy Hemmett did
Amy
was
Henny. Uh-huh.
Amy Hennig, yeah, Henny. She did was Soul Reaver.
Yeah,
She was one
true.
of the original she's the writer of Soul Reaver.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Do you think
she
she's
did the
hard to work
vampire
with?
story
Hmm.
well. She didn't go to the whole stereotypical. She gave you vampires of all different evolutionary vampires.
Yeah. No, I'm. Do you think she's hard to work with? Because it's like everywhere she goes, they pull the, it's like they pull
I
the
know
rug
that. You
out.
know what? You know what? I don't think she's hard to work with. I think she's very precise of how she knows what the gaming scene. She goes by story. She's
Hmm.
all about story, and I feel like people don't like it the way how she done it because it's not what it considers popular and stuff. I feel like people are just going by. I just said on the podcast roundtable. I said exact same thing. People are going by what is the trend. Notice how she's not going by that trend
True.
at all. She's seeing things what's being changed in the scene, but at that she always does everything traditionally. I notice that she's very traditional when it comes to gaming.
Right. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
So I
And
don't think
keep.
she's hard to work with. She's just not taking
Mhm.
that shit. She's not dealing with that whole like, look, I'm not going by because everybody else because what you guys think. I'm going by what probably is considered. That's what a lot of, and I know that happens with a lot of developers these days. The old school developers, I feel like they just that's why some of them retire early
Right.
because they just can't deal with the changes that have been going on in the game industry.
Yeah, it does seem like things seem like I don't want to say they're coming apart, but it seems like that they're going in two different directions. I mean, I hope
Yeah,
I'm wrong. Yeah.
I feel like she's going to when the interview she has, she was telling the truth. This is what it takes time. What you need to do. I feel like when she says things, I don't take it personally because she says it because she knows the industry very well. And I think people just take apart with her words and stuff and make it sound like she's a bad guy. She's not. She's just telling you the
Hmm.
truth, what's going behind closed doors. Everybody wants to hear about the good stuff. Yeah, but she's telling you what's really going on, and nobody's want to hear the truth. That's what it is.
I think you're right. Now, do you think are you a baseball gal? If some guy came up to you and asked you to go see the Giants game, would you go
I
out
would
to
love to
the
go to a
park?
Giants game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to go to a sport event. I've been to one. I've been to a sport event
Mm-hmm.
with like a race car. Monster
Uh-huh.
trucks and race cars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Was it
I've been to
NASCAR or
those.
Indy or Formula
Yeah,
One, NASCAR?
I'm not NASCAR. I wish. Oh man, I would love to go to those. But no, I
Okay.
went to a like a monster truck rally.
Oh, okay.
And that was my very first experience of seeing car sports or any form. Because if you think about it, martial arts is a sport in a different
Yeah,
way.
it is.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so when I saw Monster Truck Rally, I was excited. I wish I'd love to see stuff like that again, you know?
That's a good point. Now I'm going to get this MLB The Show Gone Yard edition. I think
You know,
because
this is
that's
the
what I'm
first
taking
time I
people.
actually seen this is the first time I actually seen a pre-order set for a baseball game. That is the very first time.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
I've never seen any type of pre-orders for a baseball game. Even sports games don't really
Hmm.
have pre-orders. If they have those maybe special characters or something,
Right.
or they bring it back the classic characters, but not in a physical form. Like you get like a baseball cap and shit. No, I never seen that.
Yeah.
Baseball cards?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh,
You get cards. If you still
oh,
collect, now what I want
I
is
used
the
to. I used to collect baseball cards. I used to collect baseball cards. You know,
ooh,
it came with a little like the pack of bubble gum in it. You got the big one of
yeah,
like the sizes of the cards and bubble gum the sizes of cards and stuff. There were
yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah, I
You can
used to
chew that
get
gum for weeks.
no man, I shoot, they got that hologram. You can find that special hologram card. I used
Hmm.
to collect a lot of that stuff when I was a kid. Baseball cards. Um I want to say micro machines, so I used to collect stuff like that. You know, it's just
Yeah, I never got into micro machines. My brother did. He loved him a micro machine. So yeah. Now this guy right here, Ken Griffey, I played I played in an all-star little league game with this guy. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, back before the internet, you know. So but yeah, he played shortstop and I played third base. So that was my claim to fame.
so Taser Delight said he admits that I'm going to say SP trending model will no longer be suitable going forward. Suitable going forward. Only I guess.
Games as a
Forgive me.
service.
Yeah, games as a service model can be
Yeah,
extended.
that's why they canceled their Star Wars game. They
Yeah, and
That's
and
EA.
she said
Yeah.
she's seen how these companies are pretty much pushing away from that because of
Hmm.
that. That's why when and I just said in the podcast just not too long ago, I said game as a service is actually that's what people want these days because um when people let me just say a good example.
Hmm.
People complain about too short, these games are too short, and one longer game, you're asking for a game as a service, asking for a game lasting, but it'll take a while because you're gonna wait till that new pack that should come in or some seasonal DLC or some shit come in. That's
True.
what the games are starting to do. So we keep asking these games are too short. Well, would there be a longer game? It's like, dude, you're rushing. You're rushing through games. You can why you get bored real easily. You don't take the
Uh,
time to look around.
that's true. That is true. So it's
So
no.
I don't want to,
I mean,
I
I
just like I don't want to. I'm just saying, I just don't want to hear any more like this game is too short, and it's like, well, you're rushing through it, so stop complaining.
yeah. There's some people that do those speed rushes or what do they were called speed gaming.
Well, that's the
I've
difference
seen
between
people do that.
speed. Yeah, you can speed through games, but the point is, these are people who just come in and talk about, well, I played this game in 6 hours. I beat this game in 6 hours, or I beat this game in 10 hours. All this stuff. I said, do you? If you spend this much time, and then in the same time they go around talking about, well, I don't have much of a life either. I said,
Oh,
well, if you don't have that much of a life, you work and all this stuff. Why are you spending so much time on Twitter?
yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
You could spend that. You could use that time to play some games in a nice pace. Don't go on Twitter and start bitching about gaming is too short or you don't have enough time to play video games. When you were on Twitter, pretty much 7 to 8 hours. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's Yeah, there's people up there on Twitter. Like, I mean, I was at work today. I pulled up the Captain Marvel stuff because when the Rotten Tomato scores came out this morning, the man babies lost their shit. I mean, they went nuts. This
Right.
bitching and moaning and complaining. So, but this is Rotten Tomatoes. This is the movie version of you all call it Metacritic in gaming. This is similar to that. So right now it's an
Oh yeah, Rotten
83.
Tomatoes. I remember
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes was like the site didn't even look like it is now. It was such a simple looking site
Yeah.
back in the like the mid 2000s and stuff. I used to go to the mid 2000s go on Rotten Tomatoes. It was
Yeah.
not the way how it is now. But I feel like people look at Rotten Tomatoes and they just feel like, well, most of these people don't know what they're doing. Just like Metacritic, you got the most popular critics
Mm-hmm.
and the more like
Mm-hmm.
really contracted critics, and you have the more lesser and insignificant ones like maybe me to throw my opinion up in there.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Good
pretty
point.
much it.
But let's see in my city here. Now, Regal is the big daddy of Cincinnati. But let's just see if we can go get some tickets, guys. And we're just gonna fake like I'm a child. Look how much it costs to go to a movie. $15. Good lord. That's
That's a child though.
that's a kid, yeah. All right, so
Yeah.
all these seats here in the gray or the white, whatever you want to call it, these are sold out. Now this is Thursday at 7. There you go. Thursday at 8 o'clock. So we can go, but we have to sit up here. Here's the screen. So
Yeah.
this movie is pretty much sold out. This would be 94% capacity right now. So, but I just want people to know that the fake outrage from the man babies, it did not work. And this is Thursday for crying out loud. So, I
You're
mean,
gonna get that. You're gonna get that kind of. You're gonna get that kind of tension, anyways,
that's true.
because that is considered. They, you know what? They're only doing this because they feel threatened that the media is going to focus on more diverse characters of all types,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to look at. We're not going to see a lot of straight white male um characters anymore because society is basically that's their threat. That's only what it is. They
But
feel threatened.
yeah, but why did I mean? But I don't know. Can you unpack that a little bit? Because coming from a woman, it's
Yeah,
like why do people feel threatened by I'm just gonna try to pull up some cartoon pictures of her because I found one. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Y'all were bitching about this movie. I'll keep talking. I'm listening. We're listening.
yeah. So they feel threatened by this
Mm-hmm.
because they feel that it's not from what I'm seeing. Even in the gaming, I see that in the gaming all the time. Movies, books, uh,
Can you look at
mostly
can you look at the
books,
screen?
TV
Everybody
shows.
look at my hold on.
Yeah.
Look at the computer screen. They're threatened by this. I just want
Oh
everybody to
yeah. Yeah.
that's I
They
just
are.
want everybody to see that.
They're very threatened by that. Is I don't really,
I go ahead.
personally, I'm
I'm
not a
sorry.
big fan of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
You can just say, "Hey, I'm not a big fan of her," or I just
Yeah.
don't like how she complain like I don't like how she looks. Her suit should be tighter. Her should at least her butt should be supposed at least out of the suit. Well, not supposed out of the suit, but just at least you can see
Mhm.
some cheeks. That's what they're looking for. And they complain about they complain about the smallest things. And don't get me
Mhm.
started. There were some feminists who were complaining about when the trailer first popped up. They were complaining the fact that Samuel Jackson's character had more talk time than the main female character. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? It was both sides arguing. I remember it was last year, early last year, and I saw both sides
Uh-huh.
literally arguing that one, the other side was complaining because it's a female character, that Captain Marvel was supposed to be a male. The other one was complaining that Samuel Jackson has too much talking time in the trailer.
I just
So
want
I was
everybody to see
like,
his picture. I mean, people are getting upset. Like they lost sleep over this shit right here. I mean, no, keep talking. So they feel threatened by this.
yes,
I mean,
they feel threatened, and
by
because
diversity.
is they're feel threatened by that because women has been becoming more noticed in the comic industry as well.
Right.
Because in 2011, I will say this one girl came into a DC Comic Con. They had a DC panel. This is when they talk about the first air. First talk about the 52, the
Uh-huh.
comic book 52, and she talked about how they should have been more, I guess, Batgirl or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they made a very sexist comment about, we'll just put some lipstick on and a dress and call it a day.
Oh my
They were making
God.
those kind of comments. And she got famous for calling them out. So she called them out on that.
Oh, she
So
called bullshit on
ever since that happened, a lot of women were been outspoken about more more women of color in the picture as well. They're looking for more the LGBT and all
it.
that.
Mm-hmm.
They've been really vocal lately. So when you start to see the lack of characters not being shown as, representation, like when she first came out, when Miss Marvel first came out, people were very Islamophobic about it.
Yeah, this is Miss Marvel.
They
This
were
is for everybody to see.
very
People get
Islam.
mad. I
Yes,
just,
they were very.
they're threatened by that. I just want everybody to take a look
Yes,
at
they're
this.
threatened by this.
Yeah, by this.
Yes, I remember when the people were complaining about her. They said she's supposed to have been a woman, I think it was, or it was supposed to be a man. I don't remember someone complaining
Well,
about her.
the
And
original
she found out she
Marvel,
was Muslim. They said, "Oh hell no, we don't want this character as representation." I was like, "Fucking man!" I
well,
never seen so many angry people.
the original Captain Marvel is a man, but that's not
Is
the
it
run
Miss?
that they
Is it
showed.
Marvel? Yeah. Oh.
Marvel. Yeah,
I
it's
also I saw
Marvel.
pictures. It should be also I saw pictures that was supposed to be a black woman as well. So I don't know. That Captain Marvel was also a black woman, or that was the one. I'm not sure it was DC or that was Marvel. One of them had a black woman
Mhm.
as one of the captains.
Yeah, that's the original Marvel.
Yeah, that's
See,
what they were talking about. That
uh,
should be in. But if I mean, he pretty
yeah,
boy.
yeah.
I think wait, that might. Whoa, hold up. This is what I'm going to say something about this. Do you
Hmm.
guys want pretty boys as superheroes? Because I've seen a lot of comic book characters coming out
Yeah.
as just none but gorgeous men. I thought you guys might feel threatened by the beauty of these beautiful, gorgeous men.
I just can't believe. I mean, yeah. Now I've seen this movie, and I'm going back on. I'm going Friday night, and the reviews are right on. If you liked, all right, it's the if you liked the way Doctor Strange and Ant-Man and all those movies were set up and structured, this is the same thing. They're structured the same way. I mean, the music is kick ass. I mean, I can tell you that right now. But I grew up in the '90s, so I know all the songs. So I like that part of it, and the character is just funny because she's very matter of fact. It's kind of like
Captain Marvel's always changing. You guys, Captain Marvel's always either a woman or a guy.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
Marvel
it's
is the
always
original one.
Marvel.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, but
always changing, so they're
yeah.
never stayed in one sex. Not one gender. They're always changing to you're a woman or a man.
Yeah, it would be like if Vieira drew a character and let's see, binary. I'm just gonna put
But
Marvel.
I was Captain Marvel is pretty much alien, right?
Well, you were botting. Yeah,
Well, I
you
said, and I heard that too. I was they're kind of an alien, right?
where she came from. She's
Yeah,
Cree. Yeah, she's a
yeah.
Cree human hybrid. So I'm
Yeah,
trying
she's
to
a
find
hybrid, so
binary.
she's near human actually. She's not even a human really.
Yeah, no, she's cosmic. She's a cosmic level
She's a
being.
cosmic being. Yeah, she's a
Yeah,
cosmic being. So she could change any sex she wants. She could change any race she wants. So
yeah,
it could change
yeah.
anything. That's why I say I don't get mad when people get
Hmm.
upset over a actual being that could change to almost anything. So
Yeah. Now she was created. Carol Danvers, the run that they follow. is Roy Thomas and Gene Coleman. Okay, or Coleman. All right, so that's who they follow. So, and she is just, she's also known as Miss Marvel, Binary, Warbird. I mean, that's all Captain Marvel. It's just
Yeah.
different people did different comic book runs. Like there's a 616 run,
exactly.
there's a 484 run, and they're just doing different things. But
It's the same
I
thing
just
with it's the same thing with Teen Titans, man. I saw the
yeah.
different versions of Teen Titans. I was kind of pissed off because the night version the most. I
Mm-hmm.
like that style. It was late '90s, early 2000s style of Teen Titans. And when I started to see the newer stuff, I said, I really don't like this look. It looks dull. I hate to say this, but the newer Teen Titans stuff is dull as hell.
Yeah. Here's another one, Cap. Yeah, here's the version that you're getting. This is the version that Marvel went with. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, collapse that. This is just so people can understand. That looks just like her suit and everything. So,
yeah, they're
um,
going by that version. Yeah,
yeah. Now here's another version. You know him as Shazam, Billy
Shazam.
Bassett. Yeah.
Yes, and
So
that's
look,
coming out too. That's coming
yeah.
out too.
So they're mad. Look, 1939. I mean, these guys' parents weren't even born. They're bitching. All right, and then here's another run of the same person, Captain
Yeah.
Marvel. Okay, Marvel. I'm just wanting people to kind of know the history. And then here's who we're getting, Carol Danvers. But they
Yeah,
called
they're
her.
upset because her suit is not that. That's what people are upset. Her suit's not that, or the more updated version where they expose more of the indents of her rear.
Oh, okay.
Those are like the two. That's one of them. That's one of the suits that people are pissed off that she's not wearing.
What is this she's fighting though? What the hell is this thing? All
A
right.
lizard, a
Yeah,
lizard
some kind of
thing.
lizard or something.
It's a lizard.
Is
Yeah.
it is it an X-Bot maybe?
Oh God.
So, but anyway, so they went with the 1976 version, guys. Not the. Oh, we're sorry, they didn't go with the 1966 or the 1939. I mean, come on, we just started flying airplanes like 40 years before this thing.
It's
But
neither man or woman, you guys. That's why I'm
yeah,
not even tripping about the character's sexuality or gender or whatever. You know, they're neither
mm,
what they're supposed to be. They're a cosmic being. So other than that, they could just be a walking. They could just be a light blob, and that'd be Captain Marvel.
yeah.
That's what
Now
it
the
is.
Almighty Spartan God is saying that Captain Marvel should have been a male, cartoon wise, and in real life, captains have always been males with female support. There's a couple captains of the Enterprise that would argue with that. There were some female captains.
There's always been female captains. It's just that back in the '60s and stuff, there was always that, empowerment, and also it was going around the times, freaking Nichelle Nichols, aka
Uh
Ultra, she couldn't even kiss Spock on
huh.
the actual,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
or
remember
kiss
that.
Kirk, or kiss even kiss Captain Kirk, because the fact that black women were allowed to at least have any form of affection, like even in certain movies,
True.
TV
That
shows.
is true. No,
So
that is true.
yeah,
So now I want
so
to show
yeah.
everybody this board. I've shown this
Mhm.
before. Then before we, because the Almighty Spartan God asked, it used to be a man, and he's confused. Um, so I just want to show you. Well, this is called. I'll bring this up
Mm.
here. So I'm going to share this picture. All right. So you can see here how many changes have been made to their schedule. Now, this is phase 3. Okay. They
Yep.
announced this in 2014. Now we still got Captain America, Civil War. We got that. And we got Doctor Strange. But remember, they put Spider-Man in here. And they also, here's Black Panther. Look, November 3rd. That got pushed to, everybody knows that got pushed to February. Thor Ragnarok that was what? That came out in the fall. Look when it was supposed to come out.
Well, also they were changing directors too. They were changing
Yeah,
directors as
they
well.
changed
So
directors. You're right
that's why
about
it was
that.
so pushed back.
Yeah. And then look at Captain Marvel, July 6th of last year. I mean, so but this is when they announced this, they announced that they were going to do the Carol Danvers run. Okay, so this I just want people to see it. Look, Inhumans. That movie was straight garbage. I mean,
What's
garbage.
it called? Inhumans?
Yeah, the Inhumans. Yeah, it
What's
was
that?
trash. It's Marvel. Well, you know, they at the time they didn't own the X-Men. Fox still licensed them at the time, so this
Yeah.
is that was their version of them, and it's garbage. I mean, it could have been a good. That's Black
Oh.
Bolt and Medusa and all them. So, but look at Infinity War, May 4, 2018, which I think it did. It came out what in April, and this is still on track. So they're still on track with this. So that's it. Though everything else has changed. All
Well,
this
they yeah,
changed.
they changed because the fact that majority of the, like I said, directors,
Mm-hmm.
actors, they changed because maybe writers they had to find new writers. Maybe someone just gave it. You had to think about behind those doors. There's always something, so they always had to push
Facts.
back or something got to happen with a producer. It's things like that, and maybe licensing. Also, you got to think about licensing on certain studios and all this stuff is it's kind of like that's also you have to really believe. You have to sit down and think about.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to sit down and not get. That's why I said the same thing with gaming. There's a lot of things behind closed doors that makes games take longer than ever.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
have to
you're right.
really
Yeah.
and
No, yeah.
so I like I said before, some people need to start really watch some of the. That's why I'm like that's why I've been looking at a lot of I'm getting into that the movies and stuff and watching
Mm-hmm.
movies or something. Sometimes I change up and movies are hilarious. I'll say that now.
Yeah. No, I never. I
Watching movies of
understand.
different cultures, different is fun. Oh, talk about superheroes is y'all ever come to Hustle?
Yeah, I do remember that one.
They're
Well,
making
that's
a second movie. They're making a second movie.
really.
I'm excited.
Oh shit. No, that I didn't know. See, that's breaking news to me tonight. So yeah, but all right, guys, we're
Excited.
gonna yeah, we're gonna about ready to
Go
shut
ahead.
it down here. I was thinking about ready. I know you got to jump on another podcast, but the man babies today, ladies and gentlemen, went plumb nuts
Just
when
let
these
them
stores
stay as
came out.
babies. Let them
What's
stay
a
as
man?
babies.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Let them
I
stay as
trolled
babies.
them hard.
They're in the
I was at.
gaming community, the
Mm-hmm.
TV,
Yep.
movies, um, any type of media, comic book community. They're everywhere. So just don't bother with them. They're just babies because that's what they are. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, if you say something like, "Yeah, I want to draw this character," oh, dang, now you're just throwing your agenda in there, your
Yeah.
game agenda. Like, what the hell? It's my old comic book. What the hell does that have to do with anything? It's
That's what
my
they
old
were
comic book.
saying.
Yeah, they're getting pissed off because people are getting noticed and they don't like it.
Yeah, they were mad. They were like, the media is full of shields. There's no way that piece of crap could be that. I said, look, you're just gonna have to accept that maybe this movie is better than what you wanted it to be, and you're just gonna have to get over it and be a man. Not a man baby, but a man. I mean, they're mad as hell. I mean, I'm serious, guys. They're over there mad as hell, beating
Well,
on the.
they've been really angry ever since what was it Ghostbusters? When the Ghostbusters remake in 2016,
Yeah.
they've been really salty about it ever since then.
And that was trash. That movie was just a bad movie. It had funny
Well, it was
parts. Uh,
it was awkward. I can't say it was bad. It was just awkward.
yeah.
A very awkward movie. Hate
So
was so that hate was unnecessary. It just made you think. It made you look. It made guys look like they're like hate on it because it's not something they want. They wanted men to play as Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
And they never see, and I find it funny, they must never see a stream Ghostbusters because they had a female character in that TV show. That
Yeah.
cartoon had a female character in it, at least. It did not
Yeah.
ruin the show.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that. That's a very good point. Well, Miss Vieira, we'll go ahead and start wrapping it up. Let me give a shout out to you for jumping on, and a shout out to everybody that swung by the chat. As far as any PS5 news, there is a report out that the PS5 is going to run games in 6K, or at least spin them down from 6K
Well, also,
into
it'll
a
burn my
4K.
computer. I mean, also, it'll burn my PlayStation.
Yeah,
It would
hope it
take a
doesn't.
computer. Because practically it's a computer. Well, practically a PlayStation is going to be a computer again.
Yeah,
So it's going to be
yeah.
like the PS3.
Yeah, they're gonna have some pretty impressive CPUs and
Yeah,
GPUs.
that's what I
So,
said. The consoles are becoming more PC based.
hmm yeah, that is true. And this will probably be the last three Xboxes that we're gonna get, just based on what's happening. There's just no reason for them to make, because once you get to 4K and 60, there's really nowhere else to go. I mean, you've hit the ceiling. And please don't say 8K, because nobody's buying a $20,000 8K TV. I mean, but much respect to J-Dub City, he will get one. But shout out to J-Dub City. But yeah, you're not going to go out and spend 15 to 18,000 on an 8K TV. But
Oh, oh, I
this,
really want to get that 8K TV. It looks impressive. I will get it if I
yes, looks
could.
beautiful. Yeah, I won't be getting one of those ever. That's just gonna go on the oh well. That's the oh well list. Like oh well, won't be getting that. So yeah. But all
Hey,
right
that's what
then,
I'm
guys.
saying. That's what I love.
Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna get on off here. So Vieira, thanks for popping on. And
Good.
yeah, this has been a Porchlight podcast. Oh, what subject have you chosen for our
You
next
know what? I'm
podcast?
still looking up some,
Okay.
but I will think. But here's one thing: I can't go by what I like. I was going to ask
Mm-hmm.
you to go by what you like, and
Oh no,
so
you choose a subject. No, you choose a
you have
subject
no
this
comment.
time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
All
serious
right.
last time.
Okay. All
You
right.
picked the
So I
subject.
will think. Yeah. You know what I
Yeah.
really want to do about dreams and stuff, and
Okay.
how they're almost predictable at times.
Okay. That's fine. So we'll when do you want to do it? Just let me know.
Oh.
I mean, not to let me know now. Just let me know.
I'll send you. I'll just send you a message.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So,
No,
but
well, no, oh no, no. Any Lawafa, any other Lawafa news? Is there anything?
no, I've been at work the last 2 days. I'm not really able to catch up on the email. I got home and just wanted
Oh,
to laugh
email.
at the
He
at
gets
the man
emails,
baby.
y'all. That's what he's getting. He's getting his emails.
Yeah, I do. I do get email. I'm an old man, but I still check email. My
Oh no,
generation
I no
invented
problem with
email.
emails. I still go by emails. Shit,
I
what are you
know.
talking about? I still go by
Or what
emails.
do
I
y'all
don't go
call
by.
them? You all call them direct messages. I forgot. We call them email. So for all the
Shit.
so where
Don't. I'm still in the old school days. So still, tech is still considered foreign to me. At least.
mhm. Yeah, but that's the Lou Waffle news. Yeah, Lou Waffle. Yeah, I've got an email from him, but I just haven't been able to open it yet. Just
What?
busy.
Or is it she? We don't
So
know. Lawafa is a it.
yes,
No,
yeah.
can't say the he or she.
You're
It's a
correct.
it.
It's mono. It's mono gender.
I feel like a she was giving me information. It was he. It's like, you know what? Lawafa is Captain America. He's not
Yeah.
Captain America, Captain Marvel. Too many captains here. We shouldn't need all these captains.
Yeah. Well, Captain Marvel is a real captain. She ascended to captain. Captain America, he's captain in name only.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. Why is there like two captains? I used to get those two confused. That's why I'm like, can I have a captain? one, Marvel or Captain America. Like, are they basically the same thing? This is like my early days in the comic book and this, in the comic
Hmm.
book. And I was like, which one is? I thought they were the same thing. No, they're two different. So back in the days, you even get confused with the names because you never know if you're going to talk about like you talk about a character. Is let's say what's a good example? Starfire. I really thought
Hmm.
Starfire was part of Marvel for the longest when I was young.
Hmm.
And then because the only reason why I knew that because they had like a was it? I think it was Teen Titans, I believe, and they had like a cameo of Marvel. They were like a team up type of thing. They had like those, crossovers. So I thought that was, I didn't know it was a crossover. I just really thought it was. I really thought it was part of Marvel when I was a kid. So yeah, really thought
Yeah.
Starfire was part of Marvel. And I want to get a Starfire comic. They said no DC. I'm like, oh, okay. I just want to get the comic. That's all.
Yeah, DC. I grew up with DC more than because the big Marvel character, I guess, was Spider Man, and and he was cool, but that was it. You didn't really hear much more about like Captain America and all that kind of stuff. So when I watched the Captain America movie, the first Avenger, I'm like, oh, I thought the A on his head stood for America. It means Avenger. So I mean, that was just something I knew. I had to learn that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These comics always changing, so you never know what it really means. So you get confused, like, holy shit, the whole time. So I grew up with both DC and Marvel, but mostly DC.
Hmm.
But like I said, like I said, in the '90s, this is like around the mid or late '90s, I found out about Teen Titans.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about Teen Titans until that time. And then I started to read those comics, and then and I was like, oh wait, Starfire's in here. Wait, what? That's why I'm really confused when I thought she was part of Marvel, which she's not. She's part of
Mhm.
DC. You
Yeah,
kind
she's
of like,
DC.
yeah, I grew up with mostly Batman, so Batman was like my major like one I liked. So
Yeah, which yeah, you're right. I agree with that. And so yeah, you have the DC young ones. You have you got the young Avengers, which that's ultimately what they're going to end up doing in the MCU. And I've told people before that after this Avengers movie that comes out in May, a
yep.
lot of stuff for Marvel's going to slow down, or April when it comes out. A lot of Marvel stuff's going to slow down because it's going to be cosmic, and a lot of people don't know those cosmic characters. They don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff's going to
I
happen.
do have a question. Is there still any plans of making another Guardians of the Galaxy, or that's
Yeah,
still a whole project? Okay,
yeah,
because I
yeah.
was
They got to
confused.
get a director.
That's why this I was like, wait a minute, is this still going on with that? Because ever since Weston got fired
Yeah,
over that tweet he made in the past, I just felt like he changed. But people can't let that go. And I'm not saying what he said was right because some of those tweets were really disgusting.
yeah,
But just because someone digged out his personal life, they call him out. That's what it was.
yeah. Well, they're doing he's doing Suicide Squad now, James Gunn, and his brother is still in the MCU. So his
So he could be doing them. He could. I ain't gonna lie, but ask his brother to like, hey, give me some scripts and give me some information for this movie.
well,
I mean, your brother's doing it. You might as well just learn from your older brother or younger
yeah,
brother, wherever it is.
yeah. But Dave Batista, he's pissed off. He's
Hey,
you know, so he's
skill
not going to
shot.
do any press or hardly. He said he'll do press if they want him to, but he preferred not to. He'll go to
I
the
don't blame.
premiere. He said, I'll go to the premiere of the Avengers because that's part of his contract. He said, if it's in my contract, he's got no problem doing it, but he's no longer going to do anything extra. He's done with Marvel, and he is going to go to DC. That's why James Gunn is rewriting the Suicide Squad. Will Smith, he quit. He's done with it. So he left the
Yeah, I know.
DCU. So
He
yeah.
was.
So yeah.
He was.
But all right, guys, we're gonna get on off here. It's 10:30 Eastern time, and I'm gonna go ahead and lay down and drink some more of these man baby tears. So what's up, Fatal Sherrod? Yeah, we're gonna get out of
Yeah.
here. Miss Vieira Tron came by with a new avatar and it's got a fish in her mouth. So
It's like a
yeah,
cat girl, I guess you say.
yeah, she's cat
Um,
girl.
yeah, not squirrel girl. I'm gonna put her on my thing. I just decided not to. So,
Yeah, Squirrel Girl's coming too. Apparently, they're talking about that too. So
oh, the making squirrel girl movie. So I kind of threw that out. But
yeah.
yeah, I remember hearing about it. But
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna get on out of here, and Pierre will hit me up, and we'll do another one of those crazy podcasts that you all like. And yeah, we'll be talking about dreams. You know, like Fleetwood
Dream.
Mac says, dreams. So
Oh, like the game. Shit.
yeah, the dreams too. Yeah, yeah, not the game. We're talking about like real human dreams. So all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate everybody coming by. It's late night podcast. Thank you, Miss Vieira, for swinging by, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.